I had a friend give me this computer. This is a computer that my parents had that I used to use when I was a kid, and then I eventually inherited it when we upgraded. And I played around with it for years until something on the motherboard died and it stopped booting. I actually thought this machine was the cat's ass for the longest time because I thought it was so cool that it was small, but it was a full PC. I thought it was so handy because I've seen, really before we bought this, only full ATX towers from old, machines that we had. So I thought this was the coolest thing ever. And so it's got a decent amount of I/O, including like internal graphics. So that's good. It comes with a graphics card. I remember this power switch being such a pain in the butt because it would not work. So someone shut the computer off, put it in sleep mode, or just shut it off, and then we would have to hit the button at a random amount of times, probably 30, 40, 50 times before you finally hit it just right to get the power button to come on. It's a really stupid mechanism. I remember trying to replace the power button later on, and eventually I just wired like a little wire that came out of the side. Because I always, when I was a kid, I always thought it was so cool to have the side panel off so I could see the inside. So I ended up just wiring like a little wire through here that I could push a button on. Yeah, it's got, I remember ours had a CD drive that would kind of hook into here, and then the hard drive caddy was on the back. It looks like they have jerry-rigged the hard drive in there with the screws, which is actually pretty nifty. But yeah, there's a hard drive, or it was this disk drive that would kind of swing up and open and closed like that, and then you had your little CD drive door here, disk drive. Yeah, room for a graphics card and a Wi-Fi card. Well, yeah, Wi-Fi card, I guess, if you wanted one. Little tiny power supply here. That definitely couldn't supply anything. Yeah, 220 watts is pretty tiny. I always thought this part of the computer was the coolest. This looks so cool to me when I was 13, 14. All this blue kind of side panel thing here, and then it had the hard drive light on the side. I always thought that was really cool. So I was trying to install Minecraft on this computer, and it does not like it at all. So I need to put a new driver in there, install a new driver for the graphics card, I think, and try to go again. Install the driver. Game opens up now, and it's just sitting there on the floor, running off of integrated graphics right now. The graphics card it came with is this relic looking thing. So I'm going to pop that in later on and try it and see. And then so embedded graphics on default settings is not doing well. I guess that's not unexpected. I've been sitting here for about 2 minutes trying to let everything render and load and all that stuff, and we're still getting 12, 13 FPS. So I'll try to move, and we'll see. Yeah, I can look around. That's 10, 11, 10, 12, 11, 13. For some reason, it's not letting me. I'm hitting the buttons. Not doing nothing. Weird. Well, I'm going to pop the graphics cards in and see how well this runs after this. For some fucking reason, I forgot that WASD is how you move in this fucking game, so I was using arrow keys for some reason, and then very confused why it hasn't. The Steve wasn't moving. I've been playing on consoles too much. Like, I'll be honest, this isn't ideal, but I mean, in my professional opinion, this is playable to me. It's not ideal. So we're getting around 30 FPS with the new graphics card in there. It's just sitting in there. As soon as we start moving around, it definitely FPS drops, but the lowest I've seen it go down to was 14, but 10 right there, 6. Yeah. Radeon HD 6450, you are a potato. A total potato. I actually like this computer. Kind of a little bit of nostalgia for me. That's my foot next to it. It's not a big machine, so I might just keep this as kind of a test bench type thing, because right now I don't have anything to test out any PC hardware with if someone gives it to me. And this is about the size of a console, so I could probably just shove this in a closet somewhere. So I think I'm going to keep it, especially since it doesn't use a lot of power. And it's got a bit of expansion, definitely. Slide a graphics card in there and put a CD drive if I wanted to, and a larger hard drive or whatever, but yeah, this was pretty fun to have. I was not expecting my friend to just pull this out of his cabinet and, here, you want this? But anyway,